Hello. Let's get started. In a second. In 5 seconds. Okay. I forgot what I was doing. Oh, shit.
Greetings. Be careful.
I'm a professional World of Warcrapper. World of Warcraft. Melee specialization. Current. Featured. Recent. Home. Do they have the thing? Gold. Leveling, season of discovery items. They do have the cozy sleeping bag. Click burned once you've accepted the notes. Just want to say hi before I go to sleep. See you later. Oh, it's Hiru. Hello there, Nair. Hello there, intentionally. I'm playing World of Warcraft. Whew. You used to play a lot of WoW. Why did you stop? It's so fun. Why would you ever stop? You got bored? How did you get bored of WoW? That's impossible. Whew. Hard to manage WoW stuff with job and a marriage. You're married? How? Not anymore? Oh, well, that makes sense then. Well, actually, no, it doesn't. How did you get married in the first place? How does that just happen? I've never even been close to getting married. Like, I've tried nothing and nothing works. Wait, is this add-on not working anymore? That would suck. What's pain? I love how I just sit here and don't say anything for minutes on end. I'm really role-playing as a new streamer. I brought a girl a bag of jelly beans and 3 years later we were married? How the fuck does that work? How come I can never have one of those crazy coincident meetings that leads into a relationship? Maybe because I aggressively friend zone every girl that I become friends with. I don't know. Probably. See, the thing is, when I'm friends with a woman, I put them into like a space in my brain where a romantic relationship is gross. So I only look at them based on their personality and what they bring there. So I kind of don't do myself any favors in that front, but honestly, I feel like that is the correct way to do things, and I feel like enough guys don't do that. And I don't think I'm wrong on that. I realized I'm watching Fell Street. I never realized Fell was a clicker in WoW. Why didn't you teach him how to do this? I've tried to teach him before, and he refuses to listen to reason. I was friends with my ex-wife before we were married. I've never actually dated the traditional way. I have. Everyone who I've ever gone on a date with, all like... Have I only been on 2 dates? Okay, all 2 times. I was not friends with them first. That's for sure. Has it seriously only been twice? What about when I was young? Like a kid? No, I think it was literally just 2 times. The VTubers need to group up for an intervention? Wait, why? That's 3 more than I've been on? Like, one of them was just, we were hanging out after work in an arcade, and there was lots of flirting back and forth. I don't even know if that really counts as a date, but it basically was. And the other one was the Game of Thrones story, which I've told a million times. Intervene to stop Fel from spell clicking? I can't. He thinks he's, like, good at it. And, like, I don't wish to change his mind on anything because that's a pain in the ass. Why am I here again? I don't remember. I mean, he probably is good at it. I don't really care. If he can get by on clicking whatever. He really should learn keybinds, though. Add 5 solid grinding stones to complete the shipment. Add 12 bronze bombs. Sheesh, that sounds expensive. Solid grinding. I need 5 of them. 1 stack of 20, 1 stack of... I only need 5. Oh my god, is it cheaper just to buy 20 of them than it is to buy 5? God damn it. Hi here in chat. Hello there, Latios. Small bronze bombs. Small bronze bombs. I need 12 of them. Okay, 6 stacks of sticks. 1, 2. Cool, that works. Buy 13? No. Supply shipment, supply shipment.
What are you looking for? Go forth.
Supply shipment.
Fight well, friend.
650, 700. Buy 13. You can't just buy 13. That's not how this auction house works.
What are you looking for?
Bronze, 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 bronze. Holy shit.
Strength.
Wait, do I have a helmet now? Whoa. Okay, so we need to go to Camp Charajo. Where are we supposed to go? Oh, so the first one's over there. Okie dokie. Good evening, Mr. Hero. Hello there, Mr. Haru. I forgot to do my vocal warm-up again. Me, 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 me. Moo, 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 moo. But no necklace. Oh, I'll get one eventually. Good night, Mr. Hiatus. Good night. It's taking you to sleeping bag quest? Yep. I need the sleeping bag. Ooh, I forget I have the 100% increased experience now. I hope you have the 5 points for it, otherwise you're gonna be running. It'll be fine. Whew. Man, I realize I yawn a lot when I'm bored. It's probably the ADHD. And 300% more gold. Actually, it says 100% more experience and 300% more gold, but it actually only gives you 200% more gold. Because of how Blizzard does things. Sigh. Okay. I thought you said you prefer playing WoW. I do. Who says I don't? Part of the reason I like playing WoW is because I can play WoW while I'm doing other things. And currently my other thing is not really providing me stimulation. Is that a dead person? Talk to Omsis Thunderhorn, fly to Orgrimmar. Okie dokie. With my 30% movement speed. Have you done Nomer yet? No, not yet. It's Mr. Hero. Hello. He's bored entertaining us. This stream isn't about entertaining people, though. This stream is about pure self-indulgence. Imagine getting mental stimulation. Me. How you feeling? Better, Mr. Hero? Better? You think I'm feeling better? Where's Stimpack? I got rid of it. I have a new pet now. He's called Bear. How am I feeling? Fine. I don't like thinking about it. My philosophy, which is really annoying because I stream and people ask me how I'm doing all the time, is I don't like to think about how I'm doing, because if I don't, then generally I'm doing pretty good. Because if you focus on how you're doing, negativity bias is going to guarantee that you're always doing bad. Because negativity bias allows you to think of bad events as much more like clearly than good events. And it's just like, for the most part, things are going well. But if I think about it, then I'm like, well, actually this week has been incredibly stressful. And then I had that really bad anxiety attack. And then I had another one on the way over. And just like, well, I guess, you know, today has been pretty awful. But I don't think that's true. I think today was pretty fine. There was just a few very minor bad things that happened. I just don't like thinking about it. But it's also a common greeting, so I just kind of don't think too hard about it most of the time when people ask me on the Yu-Gi-Oh channel. Because I don't want to be a party pooper, because I understand social norms. Heck yeah, secret stream. So I have this program which allows me to upload VODs instantaneously. And I want to test it. And I paid for the premium gold membership to have it upload the VOD to my clip channel instantly, and with like it will like change out the chapters based on the games that I play, and I'm basically doing this stream to test it. So I'm gonna change the game I'm playing like halfway through for a bit. Did you order DoorDash? Yeah, I had DoorDash from breakfast today. But I've gained too much weight, so I need to go on a crash diet. So currently I'm drinking lots of water. Because one of the last things Sarah told me before she died was how to lose weight. Because one day Sarah decided she wanted to take birth control pills, but they really fucked with her like metabolism, and she gained 50 pounds. So she got off the birth control pills, and then she lost the 50 pounds in like 5 months. And I was like, holy shit, Sarah, how'd you do it? She was like, oh, I just drank a ton of water. I was like, oh, well, I don't know if that works for me, but you're fucking crazy. Losing that much weight so quickly. He's back in Skype. Hi, Mr. Logs. Bye, Mr. Logs. See you later. Yeah, as long as you don't think, then every day is fine. Well, it's not about like not thinking. It's more about not thinking about the day in terms of good or bad, or like how you're doing in terms of good or bad. You don't want to define it. Not everything needs a label. So like purposefully not putting labels on things is really freeing, because when you try to put labels on things, specifically things that can be bad or good, negativity bias is going to make it so that you're generally going to feel bad about an event more often than not, because our brains are psychologically like evolved to remember bad things more and more vividly. But donuts, I'm on a diet. I gained too much weight in this past week because I was stressed out about things that stressed me out. And when I'm stressed out, I get Taco Bell to make myself feel better. And it does. But now I need to stop. So I'm on my water diet where I just drink lots of water. Which is funny because when you start drinking lots of water, you actually gain lots of water weight. And it doesn't really show noticeable changes until like a week. One of the fastest ways to lose a whole bunch of weight quickly is to just like cut out the amount that you drink, because water weight is a lot. That's like the trick that wrestlers and boxers use to make weight. They literally just like dehydrate themselves and you can lose 10 pounds instantly. But like it'll come back as soon as you drink water. So it's like it's a very temporary thing and just like not worth worrying about. You stopped drinking soda and lost 5 pounds? Damn, I wish I could stop drinking soda and lose 5 pounds. Which is weird because normally it's guys who lose weight super fast. It really depends. You lose weight really fast when you're really fat, and you lose weight a lot slower when you're not. It's like really that simple. And for the most part, like, I don't know if it's true for like the people you know, but most women in general that I know and have known are just a lot skinnier on average than most guys I've known and have known. Taco Bell is not good for the tummy though. You're right, it's not, but it's delicious. It's good for the soul. It's soul food. But dehydrating is bad. I mean, you can still drink some water. It's just like, you know, instead of drinking 8 glasses of water a day, you drink 1. You'll lose weight really quickly, I guarantee you. But it's a temporary weight loss. You don't, like, lose it forever. So, like, it's literally not worth doing at all if you're actually just trying to lose weight to lose weight. It's only if you're trying to lose a lot of weight really quickly because you need to like weigh in for like a competition. Alcohol dehydrates, so you just drink a bunch of that and lose weight. Now, alcohol is full of calories. The reason we're talking about water specifically is because water specifically has no calories. So you can drink as much as you want without gaining weight. Same with a whole bunch of 0-calorie beverages, except water's actually healthy. Out of all the 0-calorie beverages, water, or I guess if you put some tea in it, is fine too. Just as long as you don't put... Oh. Take the Zeppelin to Gromgal.
You come get the voodoo.
May you grant me protection from the blood moon? What the fuck is this? Become immune to blood moon PB and lose all stacks of blood for the Loa.
Spirits be with you, body.
Protects you from the madness of the blood moon. I don't know what this is, but I feel like I should click on it. I remember I was reading this thread about like what are some things that VTubers do that make you stop watching them? And a lot of them were like, I hate it when they have Twitch alerts that are super loud and annoying. And I was like, oh my god. I'm so used to Twitch that doesn't even bother me anymore. And I was like, you're right. That is a normie filter. It is so accepted in Twitch streams for like a lot of the ones I watch to just have really loud and obnoxious redeems. And like text to speech. And I'm like, oh yeah, the reason I don't have those is because like I actually care about getting new people into my stream. And I wouldn't suggest it to other people to grow. But I also don't like to micromanage how people run their streams, so I don't say anything. I will macro manage people though, absolutely. I'll tell them, hey, you need to post clips. But I don't micromanage them, and I think like sound redeems and shit is micromanaging. Because it's like, it doesn't really matter. Clips do though. They matter so much. Es boku no biko. Today is Saturday, right? Sunday is when all the new manga chapters come out. Bako no Pico. Did you do your vocal warm-ups? No. The blood moon returns at midnight and every 3 hours after. What the fuck is the blood moon? Follow the road to Duskwood. This is gonna kill me. I can see their level now. If I follow the road, I can avoid getting killed, right? I'm almost a high enough level where they won't kill me. Holy shit, that scared me. I can skin it. Oh, 175. Follow the road into Duskwood. Okay. What have you been reading? I've been reading this book about trauma and how it affects people. It's really interesting. It even goes over the history of trauma and like the history of not psychedelics, psychiatry and like medication. And they're like, there was a revolution in the 70s where they figured out like Prozac can help with depression. And he's like, one day there was this girl who used to come in every week and she was so depressed she couldn't get out of bed. She was just like, she just could not get over it. And then we gave her Prozac, and the next week she came in. She's like, can we skip Monday because like it's President's Day and I want to take the kids out to the beach. And the guy was like, holy shit. This was someone who before had spent like the last, 2 years having a hard enough time just getting to the appointments. And now she's asking about going to the beach? He was like, this is a wonder drug. And so he's like, yeah, I did like a whole bunch of tests on people. And he's like, it worked on these people, but it didn't work on these people. He's like, they did like a double-blind study with like vets with PTSD. And like, it didn't work on any of the combat vets, but it did work on some of the ones who didn't see combat. And then he talked a lot about like the combat vets and their PTSD. And like how some of them have flashbacks. The flashbacks are like not what you think they are. Where it's basically like when they have a PTSD flashback, it's not like they just have like a random memory that pops up. Like they are literally transported back in time to the event, and they can see everything, they can hear everything, they can smell everything, they can taste it. Like, it is a ridiculously vivid memory that just comes upon them, and it's almost like a seizure. It's like an attack. I was like, damn, flashbacks sound intense. It's a really interesting book. I also read another one that my therapist recommended. It was called, like, The Body Keeps the Score. It was about how your body remembers things about trauma, and that's why it causes a whole bunch of problems. And I'm just like, oh, that's why my body's broken. This makes sense. And after reading it, I was just like, well, that explains the panic attacks. And like the depression and the anxiety. It's because it can just like literally change the chemistry in your brain. And it has like physical symptoms and other parts of your body, and it's just like, whoa, this sounds like gobbledygook, but there's lots of data that backs this up. And like I have my own anecdotal experiences that also back it up. It was fun stuff. But that one's not as good as the one I'm reading. The one my therapist recommended, it was alright, but I like the trauma book I found on my own. I think it's a lot more interesting because it has more like personal accounts and talks about other people's traumas. Like one of them was talking about how when they were just like trying to use an MRI scan in order to look at people's heads while they would relive their memories that caused them trauma. And they're like, so we had this one girl go in, and her traumatic event was she was driving home from school with her 7-year-old, and she heard the the no seatbelt notification going off. So she reached over in order to put the seatbelt on, and then they got like hit in an intersection because she ran a red light, and it like instantly killed her kid. And also, she was pregnant and lost the baby, and ever since then she couldn't be around children. And I was just like, this is really interesting. I just keep thinking, like, man, when they talk about all these people and their experiences, I'm just like, this is so much more interesting than the other book. Because I think, like, okay, yeah, this girl has definitely experienced a traumatic event. She gets it. I was like, yeah, she's definitely qualified for this, like, you know, this thing they're putting her through. Because she went through a very traumatic event. And there was this other couple, they were talking about how they're like one of the worst pileups ever in Canadian history, where they were driving down a highway, and then all of a sudden fog just came out of nowhere and reduced visibility down to 0. And so like they hit the brakes and pulled over, and they got hit in the back and they like flipped, but they were like okay. And then they started hearing other cars, you know, because like fog came out of nowhere, they were on the freeway. And they heard other cars, and there was just so many crashes going back. And like apparently it was like an 87 car pileup. And while they were just sitting there trapped in their car, they just kept hearing more crashes. And then they smelled smoke, and they heard fire, and there was a girl in the car next to him who was screaming, "Help, I'm on fire." And they basically just like listened as she burned to death next to them, and they couldn't do anything about it. And so they were just like super traumatized based on that, but they both handled the trauma differently. Like the guy handled it more normally, but the girl, she just kind of like shut down and doesn't really remember what happened. And that was because when she was young, her parents used to yell at her a lot, and she would just shut down. So she was like trained for it. And I was like, whoa, what an interesting book. That's the one I'm currently going through right now. Holy heck, man. Yeah. I used to frequent the grief subreddits a lot. Back when I was going through like the worst of it with my grief. I'm really like almost past it by now. Like I'm really happy with the progress I've made. But back when I was going through all of those grief subreddits, they would always tell their stories, and there were so many just interesting stories that they would tell. Like, how are you people, how do you function after these things? Like, one of them was talking about, like, how her twin daughters were coming home from a sleepover and got hit by a drunk driver and both died. And she's like, how do you just go on after losing both your daughters like that? And I'm just like, damn, how do you? That's fucked up. Or on the suicide subreddit ones with suicide bereavement, they talk about so many different things that are just like so relatable. They're like, on their last day they were super happy, or they did something really weird, like they quit their job. It's just like, oh my god, Sarah quit her job right before she did it. That was the last text I got from her. Did you read that Reddit too? Yeah, I had to stop reading it though. And honestly, like, a lot of these people have gone through way worse things than I did, which made me feel better. Will flee if they sense danger. Like, seeing people who went through the same thing or worse just like makes you feel more normal, because when you go through an event like that, a lot of the times you won't find anyone like in your life who's gone through it, and it can feel like really isolating that you're the only person who's had to gone through like a terrible event. So reading other people's terrible accounts makes you feel more normal, because it like allows you to relate to other people who've actually gone through similar situations. So I read it to cheer me up. Yeah, basically that's why I would read like horrible accounts of shitty things that happen to other people, because it like makes me feel better. And it's not because I'm happy that shitty stuff happened to them, it's just because like it makes me feel more normal. Like, ooh, I have people to relate to. I don't know what it is, but like having someone to relate to just feels good. Are we effed up? I mean, I know I am. Sometimes I have to like stop talking to my friends because like I'll snap at them. I get irritable. We're all effed up in some way? Probably. That was also another thing I saw in the subreddit when they were talking about things that made them stop watching streamers. One of them was just like, yeah, I used to watch this person a lot, but they just kept complaining about their lives and it was annoying, so I stopped watching. And they're like, because I go to streams to like, you know, escape my problems. I don't want to hear about other people's problems. It was stressing me out. And it's just like, oh my god, so relatable. That's also why I stopped doing it on my main stream too, because it's just like whatchamacallit? It's unpleasant. It's unpleasant to hear like things that happen to other people that are unpleasant. I have to run all the way back to that. Can I just Hearthstone? No, it's on a 30-minute cooldown. Oh man, that's a lot of running. Unless it's happening to people you don't like. Unless what's happening to people you don't like. Bad things? Oh, yeah, I guess that's true. Bad things never happen to people you don't like, though. Ow. I was whatchamacallit. Ooh, I leveled up. I need to spend my points. So I was talking to one of my friends recently, and I was telling them how stressed out I was because of all these stressful events that happened, and they're like, oh, okay, that sucks. And then we talked for a bit, and then they started trauma dumping, and I'm just like, are you serious right now? Didn't I just tell you that I'm stressed out? Why are you doing this? And they're like, oh, well, you know, clearly you were the wrong person to tell. This is why I never tell you anything. And they got into a huge fight over it. I'm just like, this is such a weird fight to have. I thought you were good at dealing with trauma dumping, though. I am, but I had just told this friend prior that I was so stressed out that I felt like I was gonna have a mental breakdown, and that I went to bed early so that I could avoid it. And that seemed to work, because when I woke up at 4 a.m., I was like, oh, damn, good thing I went to sleep, and my mind is still like racing. But I should probably take a shower before I go back to sleep. And then I had like the biggest panic attack ever in the bathroom. I was like, nope, never mind. Time to go back to sleep. Hi, medicine man. So like, I had just got done telling them that I was ridiculously stressed out. And they thought this was a good opportunity to start trauma dumping about bad things that have happened in their life. And I was just like, we've had this conversation before that this stuff stresses me out. Why are you doing this? And like, I don't know. It's a really weird argument. I'm guessing the anxiety pills you're having aren't helping. No, I mean, they are helping a lot. I'm over it. It was just like, I had just had like 4 incredibly stressful days in a row, and they were creating a 5th one, you know? I was like, I just need, like, a day to chill out and I'll be fine. And like that's literally all I needed. It was just one day to chill out and I'd be fine. But they decided to start an argument instead, I guess. I have major anxiety. Me too. Don't touch me, you stupid. Why am I slow? Oh, because I'm not running super quickly. Anxiety meds never work for me. Mine work. I just had some extra stress. Did you trauma dump on the first, or did you say you were super stressed? No, I just told them like that was it. Like they even asked like, "Hey, do you want to get in call to talk about this?" And I was just like, "No," because like literally I just told you everything. And I just kind of want to chill out and pretend I'm a normal person for a bit, and I think I'll be fine. And it turns out that's exactly what I needed, and I was fine afterwards. Even after having a huge argument with them over it. Don't be mean to them. Relax. Shut up. I had a stressful job. I'm going to a long vacation next week, so it should help. Wait, was working at Twitch stressful? It seems like it'd be a really chill job, right? Did you trauma dump first, or just say you were super stressed? I wouldn't think Stim would trauma dump on you. I ain't telling you who my friend is. I should let you know. I have like 10 people I talk to. So you'll never guess.
What are you looking for? For the whole.
Even if everybody I talk to are like famous streamers. Kind of like to them, they're just the people I meet in my job, because this is my job.
Be safe.
So you guys probably know all of my friends. The stress is mostly from the Twitch community / users and not the actual work. Really? Like what? Is room to assume who the friend is? But yeah, because even if you guessed, I'm not going to tell you who it is. Some Twitch jobs I hear are good / easy. Death threats? Oh, yeah, well, I guess that's true. I forgot about those. Is Rana okay? Rana? I don't know, I haven't talked to her in a while. And by a while, I mean, like, I think last week? I don't think she's okay. She's always going through something. And others are a nightmare. Some Twitch jobs I hear are easy / good, and others are a nightmare. You see, a vacation doesn't really appeal to me because I like what I do for a living. I think a vacation only works if like your job is incredibly stressful and you need a break from it. Or you hate it and you want a break from it. Or you just like worked really hard on a deadline and you need a break from it. But I don't do any of those. Like the stuff I do isn't really stressful. I like it. And like I don't hate it. And like the big projects are usually pretty chill. I don't know about easy. I got a forced break. But I'm going away for 3 to 4 months. A forced break? Do you have another job lined up already? You need a vacation with friends? I went to TwitchCon with friends. That was pretty fun. But I had like really bad anxiety attacks on the plane ride over, which like scared the crap out of me. And so I didn't have, you know, it could have been better. Nothing lined up? Oh, okay. Mr. Log, should I fly to Vancouver for a weekend and go into debt? Why the hell would you do that? I still bad that I get to meet you at TwitchCon. How did we not meet? Oh, I guess I never made plans to. Literally, unless you plan to meet up, it's just not gonna happen. Like, whatchamacallit, I did go out of my way to message a lot of people who I knew would be there, and I was like, let's meet up. And I would, like, pull Stim with me to, like, these meetups. I was working all con, and I didn't get to explore. Oh, that sucks. Yeah, those events are too big for reals. Oh my god, I was talking to Simo, like, last week, and we were talking about YouTube stuff, and he's like, we were talking about like the minutiae about like Twitch data and like workflow and how to get things done, and he was talking about like, yeah, it sounds like you really get it, you get how to do this, you run it like a business. He's like, and you get it just like MBT does. And MBT was talking about how when he was at TwitchCon, he was surrounded by people who didn't get it, you know? And I was just like, oh my god, that's such a good way to put it. But yes, people who very much want to do it for a living, but just don't understand what is required to do that or how to put it into practice. I'm just like, that is such a good way to put it. You're right. These people just don't get it. And then he was like, whatchamacallit? And he's like, and then there's also people like Danny who were going around with notes. And Simo said he thought that was cute. And I'm just like, yeah, that is kind of cute. Because, like, you know, Danny and Leo were, like, going to TwitchCon together. So, like, the four of us hung out a lot. So, like, me and Stim and Leah and Danny, we did a lot of things together. And, like, we also saw some events together, and MBT was there for some of them, and Danny had, like, notes that he was taking. And I was like, oh, that's so cute. Spark of imagination! Nice! You want to go this year? You should! I'm sure, Meowie will go this year, maybe, I don't know. I don't know what's up with Meowie. I haven't talked to her in a while.
Strength and honor.
Mm-hmm,
For the whole.
What do you mean? They don't understand the economy? They don't understand how to, like, take this seriously. I thought you talked to her every day. Not anymore. Ever since I started my meds, I haven't felt the compulsive need to, like, talk to people. Has the nicest voice and you don't talk to her? No. Has bad luck when trying to go to TwitchCon. She was just, like, afraid of getting sick because there was a new strain of COVID going around at the time. She was, like, paranoid about it. That's all it was. So, like, before I started taking my meds, I was talking to all my friends every day. No problem. After I started taking my meds, I just don't feel the need to talk to anyone. And in fact, I get kind of annoyed when some of my friends, who remain nameless, message me too often about things that I don't care about. And I had to have a conversation with them about it. And I'm just like, look, please chill out. The horror. I want to go, but I probably get bored real quick. If you go by yourself, absolutely you'll get bored. I remember I've gone to BlizzCon twice by myself. And both times, the first time I went, I was like, this is not as fun as I thought it would be. The second time I went, I was like, okay, I was able to enjoy this a little bit more, but I have just confirmed that going to a con by yourself fucking sucks. It sucks. And then I went to a con in Florida and I met up with a content creator who, like, I'm not supposed to tell you who it was. But I met up with them and I hung out with, like, her and her friends, and that was honestly great until they ghosted me on the final day. If we just, like, ignore the final day, the whole experience was, like, pretty nice, except, like, the food in Florida sucked ass. I didn't like that either. Dude, it was, like, the weirdest thing ever. Why did they ghost you? So it was the final day. I didn't plan on going to the convention, and I had, like, a flight at 5 o'clock. So I woke up, and I was just like, the previous day when we were exploring at night, they had promised to show me the gators in Florida. And she's like, okay, sure, we'll see them on the final day on Sunday before your flight. I'm just like, cool. So, like, on the final day, I messaged her at, like, when I woke up at, like, 10 a.m. And then she doesn't reply until, like, 12. And my checkout time was at 11. So I was waiting around in, like, the lobby of the hotel for, like, an hour before she replied back. And I was like, oh, so are we're going? She's like, oh, going to what? And I was just like, what do you mean going to what? I literally just explained to you in the previous text. Just fucking read. And she's like, oh, well, I mean, like, the gators are only, like, golf courses and stuff, and they're kind of far away, and I don't want to drive over there just to do that. And I was just like, but we made plans. She's like, and then she didn't reply back to an hour later. She's like, when's your flight? I was just like, at 5, so I had to be there, like, a little bit early. She's like, oh, well, it's only gonna be like an hour, so we don't have time. I was like, we would have had time if you fucking didn't ghost my messages all day. And I was like, I'm not just gonna sit in the hotel lobby all day, or the airport. Are you seriously just gonna leave me here on the final day? And then she didn't reply to the message, and I'm just like, oh. So I called an Uber and I just hung out in the airport all day until my flight.
Greetings, traveler.
And I will say, we had an excellent time the previous, like, 3 days. Because I was there for, like, 4 days, I think. Or maybe I was there for 3 days. That was the 3rd day. And the airport was no fun, especially when we had plans to do stuff on the final day, and they just ditched me because they forgot that they made plans and didn't want to bother driving out there. Follow the path up there. Yeah, so I was pissed about that. We're still friends, though. I've been on their stream multiple times since then. Fuck, is this the right way? That's good to hear, at least. Yeah, content creators are just fucking crazy sometimes, me included. Is this the right way? Remember when you said you would say you were normal? I like to pretend I'm normal. You know, you have to manifest it. If you don't say that you're normal, then you never will be normal, you know? It sure doesn't look like it. I try my best. But what if you don't want to be normal? If you don't want to be normal, then, like, we always want what we don't have, you know? If you don't want to be normal, it means you're normal and you want something new and unique. If you're abnormal, then you want to be normal because it's not what you have. You're always going to want something you don't have, no matter what. There's no such thing as being satisfied. It's that hunger that keeps you alive. What is it? Life is effort, and you can give up when you're dead. Always strive for something. One of the things I think is like the biggest turnoff in someone is if they don't have any passions or hobbies. Like, nothing is a bigger turnoff for me than someone who just doesn't want to do anything with their life or has no hobbies or just like turn in stepping stone farmer's shovel. I want a farmer's shovel, but I can't use it. Ooh, I leveled up. I used to love using heals between zones to drop quest objectives. There's no monsters in the heals. To quest objective areas. What? Ooh, a food crate. Wait, there's something over there too. Turn in Scrabble. I remember I was watching this video that Miwa sent me. It was made by this girl. And she's like, what if... Actually, let me check my messages with Miwa because I forgot what it was. I'm not passionate about anything and I have no talent. And the video was basically her talking about how, like, she has a job, but she's not passionate about it. She doesn't like it. And she's jealous that other people have passions in life and have talents, and she doesn't have any. And doesn't know how to find them. And then she talks about, like, instead of just, like, complaining about it, she talks about how she really tried to find one. She was like, I asked all these different people, like, how did you find your passion? And she's like, ooh, a bow. Is this better than the one I have? 2.6. It hits harder, that's for sure. Feathered arrow. You will also receive exploding shots. Let's get the precision, bro. I forgot what I was talking about. Oh, wait. I can't just go back up there, can I? Probably not. I think I had to jump down for this. How do I go up here? Oh, yeah, and she was talking about how she, like, she looked online for, like, a list of hobbies and tried them, and, like, she would like some things, but, like, you know, not that much, and she'd get bored of it really quickly. And she was like, how do people find passions? She's like, I don't really have any hobbies. I don't like anything. And she's like, I just like to, you know, hang out and watch TV. And she's like, you know, how do, like, normal people find hobbies and passions to, like, live their life about? And I'm just like, damn, this girl must have no hints of autism or ADHD. Because I'm like, how do you not have a hyperfixation? For me, it's easy. I've had so many hyperfixations over my life. The video lady trying to find a passion. Well, she just, like, talks about, like, how it's really hard to find a passion, and, like, she doesn't have any talents and she doesn't know how other people do it. And she was, like, just lost. And she was like, I don't know what to do with my life because, like, I just kind of do what people tell me to do, and, like, I'm not happy. You want to watch the video? I'll post it. And then she, like, goes on, like, a tangent about, like, how people have talent and she doesn't have any. And it just really reminded me, like, there's this huge misconception in popular, like, just like the popular zeitgeist, like the thing that people know just intrinsically, is that talent is something you're born with, and everybody, like, some people have some and some people don't, and there's nothing you can do about it. Ooh, that's new. These weren't there before. And the people who find it and like with their talents are lucky. And that's just like not true, but it is so ridiculously thought of as true that it's just like, you know, an accepted fact. It's just one of those facts about life that everybody knows is true that actually is not true at all. And it's so fascinating watching like this normal person talk about their life and like how they don't have any passions and they're not talented in anything, so they can't do, like, they can't be a singer or they can't draw because they don't have talent in it. And I'm just like, wow. It's crazy how this myth that is accepted as fact has just ruined so many people's lives. Because the fact is, talent only matters at the amateur level. Once you get past the amateur level, it matters so much less more than just like other factors that are, you know, like just not super controlled. And it turns out people with talent just have a mental boost where they're more likely to want to keep doing the thing that they're good at an amateur level, instead of other people who aren't good at the amateur level and like give up because they're not good immediately, and it sucks not being good at something. And like that's like the only advantage they have is just motivation. They're just more motivated to do a specific task on average than the other person. And because they have that motivation from being good at an amateur level, they're able to get to an advanced level. Talent doesn't actually matter when it comes to most things. It's everything can be learned. And like I read this book called like Talent, you know, Doesn't Exist or something. And he just goes over so many examples about like why talent is just not real. And as someone with athletic talent, I was just like going into this book completely like scoffing at it. I'm just like, obviously talent's real. I have athletic talent. I was so much better than everyone else without putting in any work that there is just no way
Farewell.
talent doesn't exist. And then after he went through like all of his points at the end of the book, I was just like, oh shit, he's right. Talent isn't real. Like not in a way that matters. All it does is matter at like an amateur level. And it's just like, you know, just because I was really good at high school football, you know, doesn't mean I play in the NFL. Like, sure, I was talented, but technically I was talented at the amateur level. So, like, of course I was better than all these other normal people who were also at the amateur level. That only makes sense. And I also remember I gave up drawing because I wasn't very good at it. And I had tried for years on and off to try to get better, but since I didn't get like the progress I wanted, I would usually quit and then go back to it later on. And I was thinking, I remember like for the longest time I thought, man, I wish I had talent in drawing because that would be, you know, I've always wanted to be good at drawing. And then after I read the book, I was like, why did I give up? I gave up because I was like, well, I guess I don't have talent. Just can't do it. Because I remember when I was like in 8th grade, there was this girl who was just like doodling after she was done with her project. And she drew something that was like better than anything I'd ever tried in my life in like 5 minutes. And I was like, well, this is what talent looks like, and I definitely don't have that. Might as well quit. But if I had known talent wasn't real, I would have kept at it, and I probably would have been good at drawing today. Like, because I believed in the myth of talent, I gave up on drawing. So if I just didn't believe this wrong assumption that everybody believes, like, I would have tried so many different things, and I think other people would as well. Like, if you can truly convince someone that talent isn't real, they'll actually like pursue something that they're bad at until they're good at it. But because the myth of talent is so prevalent in modern society, and in fact there's so many like movies and TV shows about like super talented individuals, geniuses who are better than everyone else with like no effort, that like you know, it's really hard to convince someone that talent isn't a thing. Because once you can, it frees them to so many different possibilities in life that you never knew existed. Everything can be learned, including streaming and editing. Like, if you want to do something, you just need to put a shit ton of time and effort into it and find a good teacher. Because there was also another, like, section of the book talking about how, you know, it's not that athletes are better at running today than they were 100 years ago. And, like, that's why we have, like, so many records that are just, like, you know, like the world record for the mile 100 years ago is slower than the high school world record for the mile today. And it's not that people are just, like, faster runners nowadays. Evolution doesn't work that quick. We're just better at teaching people how to do things today than we were 100 years ago. I mean, they are better. Evolution works over the course of millions of years, not 100. We are not just getting born better. And another funny thing is, like, if you ever look at marathon runners, most of the people who win are generally Kenyans. And it's mainly because of how they train and not really just, like, a genetic thing. The way they train and, like, their lifestyles before it is just, like, insane that no one else, like, actually, like, trains as hard as them. Like, I don't know. It's an interesting thing. Yeah, it's really not a genetics thing. Like, almost everything is just, like, training and, like, very specific types of training. And, like, just, you know, if anything, the evolution of being a good coach is more important than, like, other stuff. Good morning. It's not morning. It's nighttime. Coffee fake. So anyways, if you think you're bad at something, you can get better. You shouldn't just give up because you don't have talent. Leave Orgrim on. I remember I used to be so proud of the fact that I was able to succeed in YouTube despite the fact that I have no talents at all when it comes to being entertaining. If anything, I have, like, a debuff because I have a monotone voice and I'm not good looking, so I can't leverage that. So I'm just like, how am I supposed to do this with my monotone voice and my complete lack of a personality? Well, easy. Just copy everything Rosemi does.
Time is money, friend. Keep it real.
And you'll be good to go. I need to change the game I'm playing. You're good at talking, and I think it's entertaining. I'm really good at talking because of shit tons of practice, boy. And reading tons of books that showed me how to be good at talking. I read a crap ton. Make an RPG game, full game. I want to. That sounds fun. I want to make a video game with tons of systems in it. I'm obsessed with systems. Brown, 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 brown. Yu-Gi-Oh! MasterDuel. Uh-oh, I love MasterDuel. I'm only playing this specifically because the only reason I'm doing this stream is to test out my program. Where's my other Twitch chat at? There it is. Your VOD thing? Yeah, I'm testing out my VOD thing. So, like, the program I paid for is supposed to have, like, chapters that will change as you change, like, the category you're in. So I want to see if that works. That's why I'm playing a little bit of MasterDuel. Impulse. Bitch. Maxi. Shit. Let's go, fire attacker. Yu-Gi-Oh! Wow, why didn't you go second versus Labyrinth? I don't want to go second versus Labyrinth. I want to go first versus Labyrinth. Rescue Ace fires attacker. Torby. And Silver Lady of the Silver Castle? What? Oh, I'm gonna put Mudora in the grave. Hell yeah. Did they just discard Mommy Labyrinth? They sure did. Thank you. Now I can Mudora it. When they try to summon it from their hand. They better have the field spell. They don't. Okay, activate Zombie World. Wait, if I go to Zombie World, then I can't go into... it's fine. How are they resummoning it then? With this big welcome? Oh, crap, it doesn't target. So if I put it back into their deck, that won't matter. Fuck. Ah, shit, I could have at least stopped that. Oh, I can Havness now. Thanks for the Havness trigger, idiot. Special summon one Labyrinth monster from your deck? Whatever. Wait, they can summon after this now? Well, I can just shuffle all their cards back into their deck. Oh, they're gonna try to go into a Ku Klux, huh? Ooh. Ghost meets girl. So if I get transition rollback in the grave. Because they're Fiendlock? Wait, they can't summon after this now? Yes, they can. Ah, shit. Everything is zombies. Rescue Ace fire. Destroy one card on your field or your opponent's hand. Draw a card. Torby. Mudora. Let's target Mudora, that card, and that card. We'll put all the resources back into the deck. Oh, Ku Klux. Now they can banish everything. Oh, they need to have a fiend monster, don't they? Oh, fuck. Now they can. Select a card to send to the grave. Transition rollback. Polymerization. I'm gonna go into Chimera. Your opponents activate the effect of a card. Let them. Oh wait, I can go into Kitkalos? I don't want to though. Let's see, if I get rid of 2 cards on board, then I can destroy 2 cards they control. 1, 2... We can put this one back later. Chimera. Ooh, it went to the grave. Which means I'm untargetable. Draw 1 card, select 2 cards to destroy. That one, and that one. Oh, was another welcome. Let's see, every card that goes to the graveyard is banished this turn, but it's only this turn. I do want to destroy Lady, so this one gets banished too. I can just normal summon Shirents. I don't send any more cards to the grave. And just banish their cards. Holy crap, they lost. They were gonna get Shiranui the next turn. Don't quit. I didn't even get to do my zombie stuff. Yeah, they F themselves in the A. My Guardian Chimera was too Chimera for them. When the Macrocosmos actually hurts your own deck. So freaking true. Man, Rescue's Impulse is so freaking good. Anon Nagasaki. What? They don't have any cards? Oh my god, again? Are you freaking kidding me? Right, meow? Rescue Waste Impulse. Again? You're not allowed to do this. Who gave you permission to play this deck against me? God, I'm so hungry. My water plan is not working. Ash Blossom? Fuck! You can't use Ash Blossom. That's against the rules. I kind of needed that to resolve. Taco Bell. I have some pizza downstairs. I'm probably gonna eat that. We can just Chimera again? Yeah, I guess. Oh! Unless they pop a card from my hand. What? Well, whatever. Vampire Ghost. Send Scourge to the grave. And then search out another Scourge. Imperm? Fuck, man. I really needed this effect to resolve. Destructive Cannon Karma. I can't even go into Chimera now. If I set a card in field, maybe they'll... Fuck, man, I can't do anything. Tierman's Cashier is fucking me up. So was the other brick. Yeah, time to scoop, basically. No, my zombie tier. Zombie tier, zombie tier, zombie, zomboo, zomboo. Ooh, much better hand, but I'm going second again. I'm not gonna chain freaking cash tier and tier elements with the card in my hand. Are they playing stun? Haveness to 3. True. Where's the lie? Ooh, King of the Swamp. Okay. Rhino Heart. Because I can send Havness to the grave. Okay, never mind. Okay, Shiren. Send Kashtira to the grave. Mill 3. Oh, holy shit. Oh, damn. I hit gold. Havness and a celiac. Yeah, pretty lucky. Select a card to add from your deck to your hand. Rhino Heart. Havness. Oof. Which one of these cards should we go into? There's so many options, but I'm gonna go into. Wait, should I go into Kid Kolos? Wouldn't Graph? No, they can just pop it. This card, and then this one in the grave. Because I don't want to get rid of any of the cards I have on board. Kid Kolos. Activate Kid Kolos. In order to add a tier limit card from deck to hand. Droll and Lockbird. Fuck. Select one card. Halfness. Ah, shit, I can't even add it to my hand now. Select one card, special summon it. What if I just use polymerization and go into a fusion the old-fashioned way? A little late on that card, right? I don't think Cardian Chimera resolves because I can't draw a card. But I'm gonna do it anyway. And one card in hand. King of the Swamp. It'll still be untargetable, right? Yeah. And Shiren to go into a fusion summon. Okay, and then we can go into Rukalos. Send Kid Kolos back. Rukalos. Send 5 more cards to the grave. Ooh, I hit a ghost. Let's see. Top cards in my deck. Okay. Then I can use Ghost in order to go into Scarlet Scourge. Normal summon. Yes, send Rhino Heart to the grave. Vampire Ghost. Oh shit, that's the only other card I milled. I didn't mill any other vampires? Are you kidding me right now? Well, shit, man. I can go into Vampire Sucker. Wait, what cards do I have in the graveyard? Oh, okay, it's just Mudora. Vampire Sucker. Wait. Oh, they do have cards in the grave, but I can't use them. I think I'm better off just attacking with what I have. Because I can steal their Ecclesia. Yeah, are you freaking kidding me, right, meow? Kill. Okay. Alright, I can't search anything. But they can't search anything either, so they can't Garura. What do they... Oh, they have to decide which card to send. 2,200, so they have to send... Well, I don't have to send anything too crazy. It's probably just going to be a Natis, yeah. What? They sent Albion? Well, I guess your Ecclesia lives another day. I'm not gonna let them search Branded Fusion during the end phase. Are you freaking kidding me, right, Meow? Branded Fusion, get... I should probably deny them of all resources in the grave, right? Let's put that one back. And then in my own deck, let's put back Fire Attacker. They drolled themselves. They can also set it to the field, though. No, actually, I think it only sets it to the field. Like, it doesn't even search. Imperm? On my Rukalos. Absolute King Backjack. Why shuffle back Garura? Just in case they have Dogmatica Maximus. So they can't bring it out. What? Did I shuffle my deck? That was supposed to be a retainer. I must have shuffled my deck or milled some cards. Oh, they're locked out of it because of punishment. They couldn't summon this turn because of Dogmatica punishment from last turn. You silly goose. Man, I love this vampire deck. Oh my god, finally going first. My 4th duel and I'm finally going first. Yeah, what a fool. Ooh, nice hand. As long as I don't get fucked. Send familiar to the grave. They're letting me resolve it? Ooh, Void. And Retainer. Familiar. We'll send Void to the grave. You think this vampire deck sucks? Oh my god, you're so funny. Do you write your own comedy? A retainer. We'll send Ghost to the grave to get an extra normal summon. Oh, I can get an extra normal summon through Domain, which I'm about to search out. And then we activate Domain of the Monarchs. Special summon Vampire Sucker. They have no cards. Do I not have... Oh, I don't have Elf in this version of the deck. Okay. Which means I can get rid of Retainer. Activate Scarlet Scourge. Bring out Void. Vavode. And then I can use these two to go into Vampire Sucker. And then pass, I guess. I got nothing else. That wasn't a very good end board. This vampire portion's looking a lot less useful than the tier portion. Yeah. Oh. Well, this is actually really useful. I'm gonna negate this. I can negate the effects of any card that activates in the graveyard. So if a card sends itself to the graveyard as cost, I can negate it. Rise Heart. Uh-oh. Special summon a card from your deck. Uh-oh. They got everything. Yep. There goes Birth. Full combo. I might be able to get some more accidental negates. Holy shit, Ascendant of the Thunder? Shangra Ira? Can you make a comeback? If I draw really well, yeah. Fuck. They banished my one of Havness. Big Bang. If this card's banished, target one cast tier Xyz monster. Add one of your cast tier monsters attached it to your hand, then special summon that monster from your hand. Whoa. Ow. Pretty sure Rise Hearts just turns off his deck. Yeah, pretty much. If I had desires, things would be a little bit better. Because if I could have went into a level 6, I could have locked them. Oh, no, not my Void. Holy shit. I can't believe they already have 3 materials on it, and they had Dimensional Fissure in hand. Their opening hand was cracked. They had Fenrir and Planet Pathfinder and Castiothos and Dimensional Fissure. They didn't have to search for shit. Banish it face down. Oh, my Void. Stop locking out my zones. That's rude. Hello, Mr. Hero. Hello there. I'm getting voided. Yeah, imagine not having Max C. Cringe. Oh, now I draw into an Impulse. That would have been more usefuler last turn. If I had Desires in my deck, I would have been able to make a play there. Let's add Desires to the deck. Okay. Okay. I'm gonna go now. Has no room for Maxi. What do I... Wait, how come I don't have the new raid icon on here? I want to raid new people, not old people. Super Mario Melee. EP, you're EP. Let's see if I have the new panel now. Is it only available to like partners and stuff? How come I have the old Twitch panel? The new raid panel is so much better. Used unraid? Why does it unraid? Okay, never mind. The new panel is so much better, actually. The new raid panel? I don't have the new raid panel on this channel for some reason. I have the old one that's useless. Well, whatever.